Hello YouTube and welcome back to my Let's Play of Jade Cocoon 2. My name is SSJGazHigh99 and with us today is TS Libra from the last video. He's just with me on Skype. We're just doing a bit of chatting and having a bit of a laugh. So he's joined us today for the plays on Jade Cocoon. So this is part number 41, I think, or 40, something like that. So we're going to continue on from here and see what's going on. So
we won't talk about the internet this entire video.
Hopefully not, and hopefully we won't have so much lag.
No, hopefully.
Yes, everybody hates lag. I've had it a few times where like the video just almost dies, which it is now. So okay, sorry about that, YouTube. But I just had a bit of problems with the FPS, and we're going to continue on today. So yes, at the moment we were just talking about where Libya was last time he was talking. So, and there we go.
A fun conversation.
My Getchu just leveled up. Didn't increase its accuracy on that spell, but I'm assuming when I level up to the next stage it will. What I might do is I might do him with a spell on the earth side. So I know a lot of people are seeing my minions and monsters change quite a lot, but it happens. So how are you gonna do it with Star Wars and stuff? I know Star Wars has had a lot of Let's Plays, and it's probably had a lot of different videos and stuff going up online. What are you gonna do around your Star Wars stuff then, Libra?
Well, I'm actually going to base a lot of things based around the guild I'm in, because I'm waiting till I'm level 50 because I want to be able to sort of like start off as an already good character sort of thing. Not built for PvP or anything, because one thing I've seen too much of about Star Wars is PvP, this or that. So all I'm really going to do is I plan on doing like Let's Plays of the new things that are coming out, sort of like the HK51. Droid is coming out, so at level 50 I'll be able to sort of like say it's a new thing coming out, doing Let's Play. Everybody's seen Let's Plays of what's already out, but because a lot of people left it, not a lot of people are doing the more recent things.
Yeah.
So
but the problem that I've got there is the fact that when I was playing the game back in like March and stuff, they was actually saying to you that you could get the HK, is it 47, isn't it? HK 47 droid?
No, it was 47 in Knights of the Old Republic, but obviously that was about 300 years
in the past, yeah.
When Revan was about 300 years later, they've obviously improved a few more assassin droids. And the idea of the story behind HK51 is that there was a shipment, the very last shipment of HK51s going to Belsavis. And it crashed. They've never found it since.
But from what I can remember, when I was playing the game back in the day, it was only a couple of months ago for crying out loud. But when I was playing the game a couple of months ago, they were saying that you could actually get the HK51 as a companion, as a raid drop. So unless they're making it so that everybody gets one. But to be honest with you, I thought they needed to do more with the droid that you get with your ship. You know, he was a healer, and he would, if you could equip him with a weapon or something, he could become a lot more useful to you. But at that point in time, he was just an absolute waste of space. He just didn't do anything.
He was a bit of a humour, really, because every time you came back, he was always, no matter who you was, he was always like a sympathy character. He was sort of like, oh, I've given you a new layer of paint.
But he was crap. He was crap.
Yeah,
he
was crap. He wasn't the slightest. The only thing you could really use him for, because he didn't have any pluses or minuses to any of his crew skills, you could just always use him to send him on crew skills, and that was about his own use. At least to me, that's what I always used to send him to do, because I didn't think, oh no, he hasn't got anything in archaeology, I'm not going to send him on archaeology missions. I just sent him on missions because he was one of the first 3 companions I had, so I could send 2 people on and still have a companion.
Yeah.
So that's what
I thought that at the end of the day, if they gave him the ability to use a weapon, he'd be a lot more usable, because he was just rubbish. He really was. He was just an absolute pile of donkey. And I thought they needed to do more of him. But when they said that, oh, you could get a last companion, the HK51, but he's only a raid drop, you're like, oh mate, you know what's happened there. It's like when you're playing World of Warcraft and you know, you get like say Invincible is a one-off drop type thing. If you don't know what Invincible is, Libra, it's the the Lich King's mount. I don't know if do you know who the Lich King is at all?
Yeah, I know
Arthur's-
who the Lich King is.
Yeah,
Pete and I have had many conversations about it.
It's basically his mount. Invincible is his mount, and it used to be, I believe, anyway. It only ever dropped once. If you done the HC. Yeah, it was HC. So whenever you did the HC Lich King, the hard mode Lich King, he would drop an invincible, and then you could give it to people. But you'd have all these fights. Oh, I should deserve it. I deserve this. I deserve that. And if they do the same thing with the HK51, you're going to end up with raid guilds just pissing and moaning about who's going to get it. You know.
Lucky enough, they've changed a lot of that actually, because I was reading about the HK51 earlier, in fact, because they send me like emails. I'm subscribed to their mailing list as to what's happening with HK51. What it is, they're actually doing it, continuing from the original story that, you know, crash landing on Belsavis. It's going to be like a mission where you have to do it. Not just that, it's like you've located it. It's just obviously there are keys for it scattered all over the galaxy, so it's going to be one major quest that you and probably a bunch of people are going to have to do.
Right.
In order to actually get one, because it's going to be, it's sort of like not bang, I've got HK51. It's apparently it's meant to be you go from one planet to the next planet to the next planet, because you're either finding these keys or the individual parts so that you can happily at the end of it get your HK51.
Right. So everybody's going to have the ability to get the HK51 then, yeah?
Everybody but the free-to-players.
Well, oh, okay, yeah, I'll give you that. Free-to-players probably shouldn't get it, to be perfectly honest.
Well, free-to-players suffer a lot less benefits. Like, there's not going to be as many mission unlocks as the subscribers. So you can go free-to-play, it's just don't expect to have as many missions.
Yeah.
You can't enter war zones if you're free-to-play. Well, you can enter one of the war zones, and that's about it. That's as far as you're going to get.
I thought it was one war zone every week, one dungeon every week or something, wasn't it? As I was saying to you before, like, that's one thing I don't like about their free-to-play model. Like Star Trek itself, I know people probably don't care about Star Trek MMO, but when it went free-to-play, there was a lot more stuff that you could actually do, if you know what I mean. And with the Star Wars one, yeah, they've gone free-to-play, but they haven't really done anything, if that makes sense. It's like they allow you to do like a couple of things and that's it, and it's just like, you know what, that's never going to bring in enough subscribers in my opinion. I just personally don't think it will. It's they're sort of shortchanging you too much, if that makes sense.
Well,
But you know, I know what you're from your point of view. From your point of view, at the end of the day, as a subscriber, you want the most you can for what you're paying for. But
I agree. I think they're cutting them down way too short for people that aren't subscribing, because a lot of people are going to go, well, there's not a lot here, and they're going to just think, what's the point of subscribing? When there's that. Whereas if they do subscribe, even just for a month, they might see, oh, okay, yeah, we've got some extra missions, and we've got a few more war zones and some items, but what more other than that? Like, if they save up well enough. Because, for example, there's 8 playable races at the moment. There's going to be 9 because they're releasing eventually the race called the Cathar, which are a feline race. Don't know.
Oh no, they're not doing another feline race. They've just released the feline race in Star Trek, but it's been out in Star Trek for years. You know what I mean? It's like the original series actually came with a feline race when they first released it. As in the 1960s Star Trek, the original series, came with a feline race in it. You know what I mean? And they've just brought them out in like the MMO, and you've got a feline race coming out in Star Wars as well. It's like, what?
Well, yeah, it's the Cathar. I mean, if you ever went on Taris at all, you actually fought a shitload of them. It's just well, the idea behind them is that they were hunted for their skins eventually, and led to this extinction, which is why you don't see them in the films. But it's like, for the free-to-players, you only get 3 playable races instead of 8/9 when they bring the Cathar out.
But the thing is you can still play all the other races though, all the other character classes. So
Yeah.
you don't like, say for instance, like human Jedi, for instance. You can play a human Jedi. You can play a.
They're all entitled to the same thing. It's just
Yeah.
down to the basic skill and how you look. I mean, for me, races ain't a problem because
Yeah.
I think all you're entitled to as an Empire is cyborg, Sith, and human, and that's about it. You're not entitled to Twi'lek or anything like that. But then again, I don't really give a rat's ass about Twi'leks.
I didn't really care. Like when I actually heard that they were limiting the races, I was like, doesn't really bother me. But when they
It
went,
wasn't a bother to me
no
because
raiding.
regardless of what you pick, you've got the same skills.
yeah, for me it was like no raiding. Then I won't be playing the game. That was it. That was it for me.
Raiding's some of the fun of it, though. I mean, like, I love the heroic missions because it forces you to work in a team. However, like, war zones, they're fun. However, if they're saying you can only do one a week free to play, I think they should at least say one a day.
I might do one a week. But to be honest with it, for me it'd be more like I'll do a hut ball every week, and that'd be it. Just the only one I actually liked in terms of PvP was the hut ball because it was quite fun. But
Well, yeah,
otherwise,
you had
it
a
was
ball
just,
trying to get it from one side to the other. However,
Yeah.
the team I always get are the one that lose.
oh mate, what the hell? Why are we lagging? Why are we lagging? Stop lagging.
I ain't doing nothing.
Neither am I. I think it's my computer just playing up.
Ugh. Do you want to
Apologise about the lag, guys. I apologise about the lag. Oh mate, and why would you have to miss right there? But he killed him anyway. That does that. Right, that will end this video here. So as soon as we're done with this bit here, I'm going to end the video here, and I'm going to start. Yes, I am, of course, playing Jade Cocoon. I'm going to end the video here. It's probably about 13 or 14 minutes now anyway, so I'll speak to you soon.